Please welcome Clayton Wilcox.
I wrote that poem with love. But you know what, guys? Nursery rhymes will never be the same ever again. Never. But hey, I'm in college now, guys. Yeah, my first semester. Yeah, you guys are excited. You know, he's doing something in his life. He's going to college. No, it's Kirkwood. My car is harder to get into than Kirkwood. There are tougher classes at the YMCA, and I am not kidding. But I am majoring in criminal justice, you know, and you guys are thinking, great, he's going to pull me over 3 years down the road. No, I'm going to work with your crappy kids. I want to be a juvie social worker, tell them, you know what, I had a tough life, guys. I lived in the suburbs, you know. When we first moved out, we didn't get sod for like 3 weeks, and sometimes our dish went out. It was terrible. Inner city, you know, you got QVC right there, or CVS. QVC is a TV station, so I guess. But yeah, you know, so it's just, your life isn't that tough, okay? I've had it tougher. I had to walk. I had to drive to Handy Mart. You got to walk. But you know, with going to college and everything, you got to go to the financial aid office, and that is a blast. But so I drove because I wanted to find out how to get there on my own, but my dad was with me. This is going to be good. But yeah, my dad's with me, and we're driving, and we're just going down campus, and he's kind of looking at everybody, you know, feeling his oats, just flashbacking, you know, and then we see this chick, and we're just kind of watching, you know, like, wow, I'm here, I've made it. And then he's looking at her, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Clay, just think, somebody's fucking her. What? Just think, somebody's fucking her. What? Dad, but that somebody probably isn't driving a 94 Ford Ranger and going to his first day of college with his dad. That's true, believe it or not. But, transition. So I was reading a box of condoms the other day, because someday I'll need them. And it said, not for children 3 and under. I'm a 19-year-old college student, okay? And 4-year-olds are getting tail while I masturbate to BET after midnight. Because I don't get Skinamax, okay? I don't. But, you know, transition. There are 2 great things in this world. One of them is cold pizza, which I hear is going to be legislation soon. And then the other one is Mountain Dew. I could have that, you know, any meal. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you can have cold pizza and Mountain Dew, correct? Yeah. You know what? You set me up with 2 pieces of cold pizza and a Mountain Dew, I might be able to even be able to watch my parents have sex. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't. I don't. Maybe lots of alcohol as well. Have you ever seen a seal like humping a tree? Or a tree humping a seal? I can't play. Sorry, Dad. I'm walking home. Shit. But transition. Okay, this one for the guys, kind of. You know, when your parents walk in on you, you remember this. Your parents would walk in on you, and but your parents never like tried to relay the message they were going to tell you in an innocent situation. Like my mom would come in. Oh God, Clay, we're going to church, okay? You know what? I don't do that to them when they're bumping uglies. I don't walk in on them and be, oh God, Mom, the oven isn't working. You know, I don't do that to them. Well, because my parents don't have sex. But have you ever gotten advice from a parent or someone like that, and you pretty much blew it off with that, yeah, right? It's like, you don't need to know that. You know everything. You know, I did that my first day of wrestling, my freshman year of high school, and I was in my room, and my dad comes in, and he's like, Clay, do not drop the soap in the shower after wrestling practice. What? Whatever. So I get dressed. I was naked. It was awkward. And I run outside to my bus, and my dad kind of follows me out there, and he's like, Clay, don't drop the soap in the shower. Well, thank you, Dad, asshole. So I get on the bus, and a buddy of mine heard what my dad said, and he's like, are wrestlers really gay? Heck no, they're not gay. So I sat there, and I explained to him the rules of wrestling and tell him how it was not gay. Okay, first of all, you gotta grab the guy, and then you get behind him and work for position. Bad example. Okay, the toughest part in wrestling is where you gotta grab the guy, you throw him on his back, and then you lay on him. At that point, I wasn't even gonna try and explain the uniform at all. And so, I get to school and I'm unsure about my athletic choices, and all I can think about is if what my dad said was true or not, and if it was I pretty enough? And soon enough, wrestling practice comes around, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done, and I almost blacked out, but not a blackout like drinking, like a blackout like my fat ass can't run. And so I get to shower and I forget about everything I was scared about, and I get to get in the shower and I'm going up my arm with my green bars while I drop it. It's just sitting there in the shower. Suddenly the shower goes quiet. All eyes are on me. All the playful banter ends. At this point, I find myself at a crossroads. Should I bend over and pick up the bar of soap and possibly end my life as a virgin? Or should I let it sit there? Make a long story short, I'm still a virgin. All right. Thank you guys. You guys are great.
Definitely not a whole lot of virgins in the house.